All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get into this.
Reckon what's going on right now. So, I'm gonna say what most folks probably don't realize or don't recognize of what's going on right now in Chicago. Now, with the deployment of the National Guards coming from Texas to help out the Illinois National Guards, with the deployment of ICE detaining people and causing raids and flash banging and flash bombing and smoke bombing the police, the Insurrection Act, the ICE free zone appointed by Mayor Johnson, with Pritzker and Johnson suing the Trump administration because of what's going on in Chicago. This all gives signs and signals of a civil war. And if y'all don't know what happens in the Civil War, then let me break this shit down to you just real quick. Civil War is pretty much when the people of America that's representing one side, you get what I'm saying, comes together and fight against whoever they feel is oppressing them, fight their government, possibly even overthrow their government. That's pretty much usually the goal of civil wars. But when the police is on our side and you see folks of different colors all representing this one side to overthrow the government, you have yourself a civil war. But in order for a civil war to happen, guess what? There's no election. And if there's no election, then that means Donald Trump stays president. He keep on running this motherfucker with the iron fist. You get what I'm saying? All this shit is going down. The government is still shut the hell down. It's still shut down. It's not reopened. And out here in Chicago, bro, folks is getting zip tied. Kids is getting snatched up. People is getting detained. It don't matter what color that you is. If you got warrants, they snatching you up. And now you got the Texas National Guards coming out here to act against crime. And let's not act like we ain't heard no rumblings about this shit since 2014, 2015, when this shit really got to hit in the fan, bro. But now that we got this motherfucker Donald Trump in the office, and we starting to see how this shit is playing out before our very eyes. Malcolm X said this shit a long time. It's either the ballot or the bullet. It's either the ballot or the fucking bullet. And if y'all don't know what that means, go look it up, bro. But it's the ballot or the bullet. We got the wrong motherfuckers in the office right now due to the ballot. And we in the civil war right now, potentially. And there goes the bullet, bro.
Alright, so I'm gonna say this. So, it may not get to the point of an election, right? We may, throughout these 4 years, just be heading into a new system where an election is irrelevant, right? So I will also say this is he says something about the ballot and the bullet. Now, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm guessing what that means is if you vote for a person, they're gonna bring the iron hammer on you. But honestly, it doesn't matter who you vote for, right? Whether you voted for Trump or whether you voted for Kamala, and as Israelites, we're not even supposed to vote for these people in office right now. But especially since this is not our land. But as I said before, whether you vote for Trump or Kamala, it doesn't matter. Or you gotta understand, these presidents don't have the interests of the people. These presidents, if you ever notice, and not even if, every president, I believe, in recent history has received donations from big corporations and from the Khazars. So when you have these presidents receive money from Khazars, that means that in order for them to receive that money from the Khazars, they had to agree with what the Khazars are telling them. So who has received money from the Khazars and the billionaires and or from the Khazars and or billionaires and corporations? Kamala. And who also has received money from corporations and or Khazars? Trump. So either way, it doesn't matter. Alright. Now, right now, they're trying to enact a civil war, and a lot of people aren't going for that. Even the people that are, even the National Guard that are going to Chicago, the Civil War isn't really popping off, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, people are just living their life, right? People just want to live and be left alone. But Esau is making war against the American people. So it says in Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Right. So the thing is, Esau's gonna cause people to rise against the government. So since right now you have people being peaceful and uh not really doing what Esau wants them to do, because they're still peaceful protesting. Well, Esau's gonna bring in another device, another commotion where people will have to fight, where people will have to have an uprising, and we're gonna watch a video on that.
The workers are gone. Rice cleared the fields. Food's rotting before it can even be picked up. You're right. Harvest means missed payments. The small farmers are drowning dead, and their land goes for sale. They will be waiting. Control the food and grid, and you control the pulse of the nation. It's already happening. Energy rationing, rolling blackouts. They'll pay more to stay warm, and they'll pay more to eat. When hunger sets in, and the lights flicker, they'll cling to the only hand that's feeding them. They'll call it tyranny, and we call it protection. Martial law is no longer a weapon. It's a promise. While winter independence dies on the vine, and the Republic begs for order. And what of the poachers? They'll stand on the podium and say, they'll attack me for protecting you, my beautiful Christians. And they'll believe him. Every attack makes him stronger. What happens to those who don't believe? They starve first. They speak last.
Right. So from this video, what we can gather is this man who I assume perhaps is an Israelite has been saying some pretty on point stuff, right? To control the people, you control the food. So when you have all of a sudden food being scarce, food needing to be rationed, and people being hungry, when people are hungry, they become violent. When people are violent, that's where you get your civil unrest, right? So, brethren, it's almost the civil war that they're trying to bring eventually will happen, right? But it will happen so that so that Esau can bring in the sea hip. So don't fall for the civil war. Don't get involved in the civil war. Pray to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, because, you know, Esau's kingdom is almost over, right? So let's get 2 chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? So all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Some was overburdened, and I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect and hopeful elect, and Shalom.